as things start getting worse with the village of Abel, and this group was terrorizing him. You have Fern Rickman, you have Matt from the Crescent Club, you have the neighbors Pam and Livio, you have Rory Shoe Cohen, and you have Sal, the compliance guy in the village, and the building inspector Doug. My landlord of 25 years, when I first got into the house, I sold my house. I got divorced, my ex-wife, we sold the house. And Lee J. Smith was my real estate agent. He said, Wayne, don't worry, I got a great house for you. So he knew a guy in Connecticut, and he was actually, he was the president of some science magazine, very famous science magazine. Very nice guy. He said, Wayne, I'm gonna give you this house. And next, the other one was vacant too. He gave it to somebody else. And I'm only gonna charge you $1,000 a month. Lee says, you're a good guy. And it's 2 apartments upstairs and downstairs. Do whatever you want with the apartment upstairs. Just give me $1,000 a month. So for years and years, there was no problem. I would always stay upstairs, live downstairs, manage the whole house. And what he did give me was a first right of refusal to buy the house. And he was the nicest guy in the world. I never even met him, just on the phone. Paid him the rent all the time. Then he passed away, very sad. His name was William Wham. He passed away and his son Corvey took over, and me and Corvey got along great on the phone, no problem. The problem started because Corvey was renting the next house to Livio. And when Livio was there was no problems. And before Livio, there was a couple other renters. Never had a problem with any of them. Until Pam moved in. And, you just look at the video, you can see she's so whacked out. Angry Democrat. So, finally, they started with a container. They started with me cutting wood in the yard and me parking my cars in the yard, and it got worse. The neighbors would call the town, the village. They would call the fire department. They would call the police. I mean, this is abuse. The fire department had to come. The bomb squad had to come. And they just went away. They said, I'm sorry, Wayne. But Sal did nothing. And then I asked Corvey, could I buy both houses? He says, yes, Wayne, no problem. You can have both houses. And I didn't know what the other house looked like inside. So like an idiot, I called who I thought was a friend. I called the real estate appraiser, Patrick McAvoy. He comes over and he does appraisal. And obviously both houses were worth about $1.2 million, but I was getting them for $650,000. And Patrick's eyes lit up. I said, Patrick, to make life easier, if you want to buy both with me, we could do that. Okay. So finally, he said to me, Wayne, can I take the other one? That's like giving them $650,000 free. I said, you know what, Patrick, you take the other. And he offered me, he goes, look, I'll take the other one for me and my brother-in-law or whoever, Steve McAvoy. And this one, I'll pay totally. And you could live downstairs where you're originally living, and I'll live upstairs. And I said, you know what? Make life easier. I'm good. No one would have done that. My friend Dave Ney would have bought 2 houses with me in 2 minutes. No big deal. That's when it started. I had bad feelings, so I taped them. So I have them on tape. I was saying, forget it, I'll let Dave buy the houses with me. Eventually, the village got involved, and that con artist, Sal, he actually called his real estate. He goes, let me help you, man. I found out he was a real estate agent, and he wanted commission on the houses. The lies and deception that happened with this village and these people, just horrific. So anyway, I'm still living in the house, and Pat actually bought the house behind my back. The landlord, Corvey, who was a nice guy for years, he's in Connecticut. He didn't want any problems. The villagers was telling him, it's me. I have a container. I have wood in my yard. That's a lot of crap. They were abusing me. The neighbors were abusing me. This whole group of people wanted me out. I had nothing but flowers in my yard. And for the 20 years, I had no problems at all. Now I'm in Supreme Court. I got a lawyer, but I paid the wrong lawyer. I ran out of money. So hopefully, maybe something will happen. But what the lawyer did in Supreme Court, he was supposed to file an injunction against Patrick, which he did. That's why he was Supreme Court here. but also in Connecticut. But the lawyer didn't want to pay the fees in Connecticut. So after all the paperwork I did, he never filed. And I paid for that. I gave him my motorcycle, all I had last. And when I looked up the lawyer, his reviews, he had 1 star. It's my fault. My fault for trusting the lawyer. And he wasn't even a lawyer. He hired another lawyer to do the work. And the woman's mad because she didn't get most of the money that I gave him. But she has to continue the case because it's in Supreme Court. So I still know. I just try to forget about it for a while because the abuse and the trauma. Someone shouldn't have to go through this. But I do have all the videos, and I will continue to post them. All the trespassing and the assaults with cars, assaults with rocks. And this group of people, it's a mob. They all got together. It's despicable. It's despicable.